Hello and welcome to the Creative Woman Cafe, a place where your creativity flows. This is a painting that I've just started of the Greek goddess Artemis, and I've moved her into the present day, and I've put her with some of her companions, a horse, a doe, a fawn, and a baby bear. And I've just recently discovered the Greek goddesses and how they personify archetypes, and archetypes are powerful forces that run deep within us. And what's so great about the Greek goddesses is we can see ourselves reflected back to us in the myths of these goddesses. So if that's something you're interested in checking out, there's actually a website that has a questionnaire on it, and it's a really great website. It gave me a lot of insight, and it's goddess-power.com. You can go on there and take that questionnaire and see which goddesses are active in your life right now. And that's what's really kind of cool about the goddesses, because you're not just born one goddess type and you stay that for the rest of your life. You can have several goddesses active at any one time, and they can also change as you go through life. So they're quite good tools for getting to know ourselves better. In fact, I resonate so strongly with Artemis, and I guess that's why I started with her first. Anyway, just seeing some characteristics of her that are also in me gave me the confidence to take a stand on one thing in particular that is really deeply important to me, that in the past I've just kind of let go because it didn't seem to be very important to anybody else. But seeing myself reflected in Artemis gave me the confidence to take that stand. So I'd like to just talk briefly about this painting too, because I've done a couple things that are different that I've never tried before, and I thought I'd like to tell you about them. So the first thing I did was use plastic animals, and one problem that I've always had in my paintings is I'm usually working from several different photographs that are all lit from a different light source, and then I have to rework that light source and figure out how the light would fall if it were to be coming from the right direction. And one time I was struggling with this. My instructor came by and said, why don't you just go buy some plastic animals and then light them and see how the light actually falls. So I finally got around to doing that, and I picked up these little plastic animals, and because this is going to be a night scene, I waited until it was dark, and then I arranged them all, got my headlamp and shone it on them as if it was the moon. And I got this picture. Okay, there we go. I got this picture, which I'm actually quite happy with, because to me it looks like the figures are standing in moonlight. So I was all ready to go and paint this painting, with one exception. In my last painting particularly, and in all other ones too, I tend to really get caught up in the details of the painting, and that's not really the way I'd like to paint. I'd like to be a lot looser. So I Googled to see if I could find some kind of computer program that would simplify my photo, and I did find one. This is done in a program called Artworks by Akvis, A-K-V-I-S, and as you can see, it's just totally stripped this photo down to probably about 5 different tones. The highlights are there, the shadows are there, and a couple different tones in between. So I think this is really going to help me get rid of detail, because there's not going to be any detail for me to get caught up in. So I guess we'll see as this painting progresses. And for the next number of videos and paintings, I'm going to go through and do the different Greek goddesses. And I think there's there's more than 7, but there's 7 that I'm planning to do. So join us in the Creative Woman Cafe, where we explore the holy grail of creativity and learn to direct our creative flow more productively.